Gracias. Good afternoon, everyone. I will be quick. It's an honor to be here today. And the statistics I'll be covering represent 99% of the world's population. We are a world poll. But today I will be focusing on the U.S. Hispanics exclusively. To move forward, we must first understand where our people currently are represented. First, education. With one of the most important factors to Hispanics as a key to prosperity. Right now, 44% of all U.S. Hispanics say they have a positive view on the overall education system. When asking U.S. Hispanics with some form of post-secondary education, over half said they would change at least one of three things. They would either change their degree, they would either change their field of study, or they would either change the actual institution they attended. Over half are still finding their true calling and purpose, and they need stronger guidance. Another strong statistic that we have found is a drastic comparison between small colleges and universities and those that are large. U.S. Hispanic feel far more welcomed and cared for by faculty at smaller colleges. Overwhelmingly 44% versus only a 25% feeling of care at large universities. This reinforces the need for diverse faculty and administrative professionals of color on campus. Then, combine this comparison with the Gallup findings that most university alumni support networks are heavily marketed but extremely ineffective. This leaves you wondering, who is guiding these first generation and overall young Latino students through some of the most challenging years and helping them maintain a positive overall outlook as they emerge into the workforce? With the lack of support and other factors, we found 33% of U.S. Hispanics feeling very dissatisfied with the public education system. So there's a lot of talk about money. How do U.S. Hispanics feel financially? Well, there are a lot of reports, and you can see them on the walls today on our sides, with a near $2 trillion economy powerhouse. And what is at the root of all this? To begin this year, 48% of U.S. Hispanics felt that the U.S. economy was worsening. For the first time in 8 years, Latinos fell behind whites in feeling better about their financial situation. We were leading. Latinos were always a minimum of 4 percentage points higher, and since 2017, plummeted. Now, only 5 in 10 reported feeling better off today financially than a year ago. This is down from a peak of 62%. Now, if we focus on the booming prosperity in our country and Latinos' contribution, we would expect high wealth in our pockets, correct? Well, unfortunately, that is not the case. Only 27% of U.S. Hispanics say they have enough money to do what they want. If we keep in mind that the number one thing the world wants above anything else is a good job, and in 2019, companies are finally awakening and committing publicly to hiring and developing Latino talent. They're at the beginning of stages of making hiring of Latinos a focal point. Yet a majority of U.S. Hispanics, 55%, say they do not have equal job opportunities as whites. Some of you may feel and say, I've never felt this way. And I'd say you do not represent the majority. This is an area of improvement for us, and not to see this room as a representative of our communities. There's a lot of work yet to be done. Finally, how do U.S. Hispanics feel in society? 1/3 of all Americans say relations between whites and Hispanics are bad. This is obviously problematic as we strive towards equality and advancement opportunities. In our latest assessment of class and society in the U.S., we found only a small percentage, barely 15% of U.S. Hispanics feel very satisfied about the way other Hispanics are being treated in this country. One statistic that I'll leave you with. When we asked our communities, how satisfied are you with your life? 43 responded, very satisfied. Our communities need more, and I am honored to shed light on the feelings and perceptions of U.S. Hispanics. I am proud to see a room so full, proud to see a national narrative being written and dozens of companies publicly stating their commitment to the advancement of Latinos. The world is waking up and listening. Let the critical work of We're All Human and everyone's work represented here today continue. The next generation of Latinx are watching on social media, and they're paying attention, getting involved and rising. Muchas gracias.